Look, there's no doubt that we're all really busy these days, and who has time to take care of all of those functions around your house, like turning the lights off or closing the blinds, getting the temperature just right, or even securing your smart locks? Look, and to be honest, I'm a bit lazy, but I've figured out a way to automate it all. Let me show you. A smart home is all about automating the various functions of your home. Now, to get started, you'll need a home Wi-Fi network and an app to control your devices. So a system like the one we're using from Aqara will also have a hub. Now, this small piece of hardware sits discreetly on a side table, or you can hide it in a cabinet, but we'll come back to this a little bit later. Now, Aqara is a relatively new name to Australia, but the company has been designing and making smart home and IoT devices, or Internet of Things devices, for almost a decade. And it has won more than 300 international design and innovation awards. So you just choose which devices you'll need, connect them together, and then set them up using the Aqara Home app. The Aqara Hub M3, this one here that we spoke about earlier, makes this process even smoother. So equipped with a 360-degree infrared controller, it means that you can stash away the clutter of all of your remote controls and control your infrared gear using the app instead. It also makes your system compatible with devices from other platforms like Apple's HomeKit, Google, and Matter. Now, you might already have these devices already, or you want to add them in the future. When you get everything set up and connected, you can then get into building your automations, and this is really where the magic happens. And I think that there are some great routines that can really help take everyday tasks off your to-do list. So when you don't have your own bodyguard, and who does, robust security can be a really important part of home automation. And really, integration is key here. And with Aqara, what you can do, and what we've done here, is combine a smart door lock with a camera-equipped doorbell. And you can also include one or more Wi-Fi security cameras. So for starters, the Aqara Smart Lock U100, this one here, is really like a bunch of home automation devices in one. So not only will it help secure your home, but you can use it with third-party systems because it supports Apple HomeKit natively, plus Google and Alexa via the Aqara Hub. And this means that you can use the lock to automate other smart home devices that you might already own. You can unlock it with a PIN, a fingerprint, or your mobile device. And it also has Apple HomeKey, so you can easily unlock the door with an iPhone or Apple Watch. Meanwhile, your Aqara Smart Video Doorbell G4 with Chime sits nearby and uses AI to recognize your visitors and alert you either via the Aqara app or compatible Google or Alexa Smart Display. We use the app to program it to recognize my face. It just took a photo of me using the phone's camera, and then it actually uses AI to identify me, and then it tells the door to unlock and let me in. The doorbell also starts recording immediately as soon as it rings, so you have a record of who's just dropped by. It can also start recording Aqara security cameras around your home so you can get a more complete view of what's happening. Cleverly, you can combine the doorbell and the door lock to, well, unlock some smart interactions. For example, you can set the doorbell to work like an intercom on an apartment, which will let you sort of buzz in guests by automatically unlocking the door from the doorbell's live view interface. I think this is a great solution too. The door lock can be set up to trigger other automations, like imagine coming home, unlocking the door, and the house automatically opens the blinds, turns on the lights in the hall, or even starts up the TV for that cozy at-home feeling or just a welcome home. Watching over all of this are security cameras like the Aqara G100 and Hub G5 Pro. So the G5 Pro has full color night vision, advanced AI features for identifying subjects, and it has the Aqara Hub built in, so it can be the center of your home automation system while giving you peace of mind 24/7. Opening and closing the blinds must be the most repetitive workout you never signed up for. And hey, it's not that you can't do it, you just don't want to do it every single day. Or for me, I just don't want to get up off the couch. So using an Aqara Roller Shade Driver E1, now we set the blinds to automatically lower at night and rise again in the morning. Aqara also has drivers for blinds that open side to side, so those are covered too. For lighting, we have an Aqara Smart Light Bulb, which is also part of the same morning and evening schedule. This can be set to a range of temperatures from bright white all the way to a comfy yellow. So first thing in the morning, we can get energized with bright white light, but as the evening stretches on, the light automatically tints and dims to create a cozier ambiance. And because the routine is triggered at sunrise and sunset, the schedule adjusts automatically as the seasons change. And I think that's really cool. And that means that there's just no need to manually set timers as the days get longer or shorter. Turning the AC on and off isn't hard until you realize you've done it 10 times because you can't decide what comfortable means. Anyway, Aqara's temperature and humidity sensor can figure out all of these temperature settings for you by tracking conditions inside the house or even outside and activating the AC when needed. So ours is just behind us here. So we set our preferred temperatures and we got the Aqara Hub M3 to manage the AC by waiting for an activation signal from the sensor. So this means that the AC is fully off when it's not running, which can save dollars on the electricity bill. And for even thriftier AC use, we've integrated an Aqara Presence multi-sensor, that's the FP300. So this also sends an activation signal to the hub, but only when it detects movement in the house. So that means that the AC won't run while you're out and about. Being able to do everything through the app is super handy, but sometimes a button just like that is what you need. So say you want to close the living room blinds, turn all the lights to evening mode, crank the AC, and lock the doors. Well, you can pull out your phone and the Aqara Home app and get it done that way with a couple of taps, sure. But if this is a routine you like to trigger yourself every night, you can program it into a button on the Aqara Smart Wall Switch H2. So a quick press and it just all happens, just like that. With 4 buttons, you can program another 3 routines. You can even set up one of these switches without an Aqara Hub, which I think is pretty cool. But if you do have the hub, you can use it to control a wider range of devices and up to 3 lighting circuits. That means as well as controlling your Aqara devices, you can get a Sparky to wire in older stuff in your house that you might already have, such as your outdoor floodlights or pool lighting system. If some of these older devices have smarts too, don't worry. The Smart Wall Switch H2 is fully compatible with Apple HomeKit, Google, and Alexa. You can also use your preferred smart display to control certain functions. And in what could be the Aqara Smart Wall Switch H2's best trick, it can monitor the power usage of the devices it's set up with and give you a daily, weekly, or monthly report in the app. That is so cool. And just before we move on, there's also this wireless Aqara mini switch. Now, it only has 1 button, but it doesn't need to be wired into the house. All right, so let's take a moment for the unsung heroes of automation, smart sensors. So without sensors, your smart home can do a lot of things, but with them, it actually knows what's happening. And because they keep watch when you're not around, they can really pay for themselves pretty quickly. The Aqara door and window sensor, for instance, will send a signal to the hub or your app if the door or window is left open. So this not only makes sense because it stops your AC from working overtime, but you also don't want to let muzzies and flies in or anybody who might be passing by. And there are other uses too. So we've put the sensor on a fridge and it doesn't have the smarts of its own. So now we can know for sure if the door is left open. It's just right here. Another handy upgrade for older appliances is the Aqara water leak sensor. So you can put one of these behind a dishwasher or washing machine, and then you can get alerts and reports on how often the sensor detects even those smaller leaks that would normally go unnoticed. I think it's really great to have this because you can help avoid damage to your property and avert extra costs from excess water usage. Well, you know, what I've really learned about installing Aqara's smart sensors and devices around the home is that there really is so many cool automations that you can set up once you get started and thinking about the possibilities. You really are limited only by your imagination. So also it is surprisingly affordable and it can even save you money in terms of reducing energy consumption. Now I absolutely love that I can just control everything from the Aqara app or a handy wall switch. So if you have any questions about what you've seen here today, definitely leave something for us in the comments and please don't hesitate to give us a like or subscribe. I'm Val Quinn and I'm looking forward to seeing you in our next tech video.